The atmosphere crackled with anticipation, the spotlights gleamed, the most influential women's athlete award ceremony was reaching its pinnacle. Two names remained, Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. Both were titans of the court, captivating millions with their skill and charisma. When Caitlin Clark's name echoed through the auditorium, cheers erupted. Yet a shadow fell over the celebration. Cameras caught Angel Reese, her face a mask of raw emotion. Tears welled in her eyes. This wasn't just about an award, it was about respect, recognition, and a rivalry for the ages. The internet exploded. Was this a case of blatant favoritism? Had the committee made a colossal error? The debate raged. One thing was certain, this wasn't over. The battle for the hearts and minds of fans had just begun. The rivalry between Clark and Reese wasn't new. It had been brewing for years, ever since their high school days when they were both considered prodigies in the world of women's basketball. Their paths crossed multiple times in AAU tournaments, where each encounter was more intense than the last. Both players were known for their competitive spirit and their desire to be the best, which only fueled their rivalry further. It ignited on the grandest stage of college basketball, the NCAA championship. The atmosphere was electric, with fans from both sides filling the arena, their cheers echoing through the rafters. The stakes were higher than ever, and both players knew that this game could define their legacies. The 2023 NCAA championship was more than just a game, it was a spectacle. The media had hyped it up as the ultimate showdown between two of the best players in college basketball. Analysts and fans alike were eager to see who would come out on top. Caitlin Clark, a magician with the ball, led her Iowa Hawkeyes with an arsenal of no-look passes and gravity-defying shots. Her court vision was unparalleled, and she had an uncanny ability to make her teammates better. Every time she touched the ball, something magical seemed to happen. Her deep three-pointers and acrobatic layups left the crowd in awe. Angel Reese, a force of nature for the LSU Tigers, dominated the paint with relentless rebounds and an unwavering will to win. Her physicality and tenacity were unmatched, and she had a knack for coming up with big plays when her team needed them the most. Whether it was a crucial block or a game-changing rebound, Reese was always in the thick of the action. The championship game was a nail-biter, a display of raw talent and unyielding determination. Both teams traded leads multiple times, and the tension in the arena was palpable. Every possession mattered, and neither team was willing to back down. The crowd was on the edge of their seats, fully aware that they were witnessing something special. In the end, Reese and the Tigers emerged victorious, but the rivalry was far from over. The final buzzer sounded, and the LSU Tigers celebrated their hard-fought victory. However, both players knew that this was just one chapter in their ongoing saga. The respect they had for each other was evident, even in the heat of competition. Fast forward to 2024. The landscape of women's basketball had changed, but the rivalry between Clark and Reese remained as fierce as ever. Both players had transitioned to the professional level, and their paths were set to cross once again. Both players took their talents to the WNBA, continuing their dominance on a new stage. The league welcomed them with open arms, and fans were eager to see how their college rivalry would translate to the professional level. The anticipation was palpable, and the stage was set for another epic showdown. Clark, drafted to the Indiana Fever, shattered rookie records. Her transition to the WNBA was seamless, and she quickly established herself as one of the league's brightest stars. Her scoring ability and playmaking skills were on full display, and she continued to dazzle fans with her electrifying style of play. Her electrifying style of play drew comparisons to legends like Sue Bird and Diana Taurasi. Analysts marveled at her ability to take over games and make her teammates better. Clark's impact on the court was undeniable, and she was well on her way to becoming a household name in women's basketball. Reese, a powerhouse for the Atlanta Dream, lived up to her Bayou Barbie nickname, captivating fans with her on-court prowess and vibrant personality. Her presence in the paint was as dominant as ever, and she continued to be a force on both ends of the floor. Reese's charisma and competitive spirit made her a fan favorite, and she quickly became one of the faces of the league. Their statistical battles became the stuff of legend. Every game they played was a new chapter in their rivalry, and fans eagerly awaited their head-to-head matchups. The numbers they put up were staggering, and their performances were often the talk of the league. Clark averaged a jaw-dropping 28.3 points and 11.2 assists, leading the league in both categories. Her ability to score from anywhere on the court and set up her teammates made her a nightmare for opposing defenses, while Reese put up a monstrous 22.5 points and 14.8 rebounds. Her dominance in the paint was unmatched, and she consistently outworked and outmuscled her opponents. Reese's rebounding numbers were particularly impressive, as she often grabbed boards in traffic and turned them into second-chance points. The debate raged. Who was truly the better player? Fans and analysts alike were divided, each side presenting compelling arguments. Some pointed to Clark's scoring and playmaking abilities, while others highlighted Reese's dominance in the paint and her impact on both ends of the floor. The rivalry between Clark and Reese had transcended the court, becoming a topic of discussion in the wider sports world. As their careers continued to unfold, one thing was certain: the rivalry between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese was far from over, and the best was yet to come. The award ceremony itself was a whirlwind of emotions. The air was thick with anticipation and excitement as the crowd gathered to celebrate the achievements of their favorite athletes. The sun was setting, casting a golden hue over the event, adding to the magical atmosphere. Families, friends, and fans alike were buzzing with energy, their faces lighting up with every announcement. It was a night to remember, filled with joy, pride, and a sense of community. Caitlin Clark, accepting the award, delivered a gracious speech. Her words were heartfelt and sincere, resonating with everyone present. She thanked her coaches, teammates, and family for their unwavering support. Her humility and gratitude were evident as she spoke, making her acceptance speech a memorable one. The crowd cheered and applauded, moved by her genuine appreciation and love for the game. She spoke of her passion for the game, her journey, and the challenges she had overcome. Her voice was filled with emotion as she recounted the countless hours of practice, the sacrifices, and the determination that had brought her to this moment. She emphasized the importance of perseverance and hard work, inspiring everyone who listened. Her admiration for fellow athletes, acknowledging their talent and dedication. She highlighted the camaraderie and mutual respect that existed among them, creating a sense of unity and solidarity. Her words were a testament to the strong bonds formed through shared experiences and the love of the sport, and her desire to inspire young girls. She spoke directly to the young audience, encouraging them to dream big and pursue their passions. Her message was clear: with hard work and determination, anything is possible. The young girls in the crowd looked up to her with admiration, their eyes filled with hope and inspiration. But the cameras couldn't stay away from Angel Reese. As Clark spoke, the focus shifted to Reese, who was seated in the audience. The media captured every moment, eager to see her reaction. The tension was palpable, as everyone wondered what was going through her mind. As Clark spoke, Reese sat stoically, her face betraying the turmoil within. Her expression was a mix of pride and pain, reflecting the complex emotions she was experiencing. She maintained her composure, but it was clear that she was deeply affected by the events unfolding around her. Later that night, she took to Instagram Live, tears streaming down her face. Her vulnerability was on full display as she opened up to her followers. She spoke candidly about her feelings, sharing the pain and frustration she had been holding inside. Her raw honesty resonated with many, drawing an outpouring of support and empathy from her fans. "Hard work speaks, but not everyone's listening," she said, her voice thick with emotion. Her words struck a chord, highlighting the often overlooked struggles and sacrifices that athletes endure. She expressed her disappointment and disillusionment, questioning the fairness of the recognition process. Her heartfelt message sparked a conversation about the value of hard work and the importance of acknowledging all contributions. The internet, never one to shy away from drama, erupted. Social media platforms were flooded with reactions as people from all walks of life weighed in on the situation. Opinions were divided, with some supporting Reese and others defending the award decision. The debate was intense, with emotions running high on both sides. Fans dissected every moment, searching for clues. They analyzed every detail from body language to facial expressions, trying to piece together the truth. The scrutiny was relentless, as people sought to understand the underlying dynamics at play. The event became a hot topic of discussion, dominating conversations both online and offline. Some whispered of foul play, pointing to discrepancies in the voting process. Conspiracy theories began to circulate, with accusations of bias and favoritism. The integrity of the award was called into question, as people demanded transparency and accountability. The whispers grew louder, fueling the controversy and adding to the intrigue. Others questioned the criteria for the award, arguing that influence extended beyond on-court achievements. They pointed to Reese's impact off the court, her activism, and her role as a leader and advocate. The debate highlighted the complexities of recognizing excellence and the need to consider a broader range of contributions. Had Angel Reese's outspoken activism, her willingness to challenge the status quo, worked against her? Her boldness and courage in speaking out on important issues had earned her both admiration and criticism. Some believed that her activism had made her a target, while others saw it as a testament to her strength and integrity. The question remained: had her outspokenness influenced the award decision? Theories abounded, weaving a tapestry of intrigue and suspicion. The event had sparked a complex web of narratives, each adding a new layer to the story. As the discussions continued, the true impact of the award ceremony and its fallout became increasingly evident. It was a moment that would be remembered, not just for the celebration of achievements, but for the conversations and reflections it inspired. The clamor for justice grew louder, fans demanded answers, the streets were filled with passionate voices, each one echoing the sentiment that something had gone terribly wrong. The air was thick with tension, as people from all walks of life came together united by a common cause. They held signs, chanted slogans, and made their presence felt in every corner of the city. The question on everyone's lips was the same. Could the award be revoked? Petitions circulated, calling for a recount, a re-evaluation, anything to rectify what they perceived as a grave injustice. Volunteers tirelessly worked day and night, gathering signatures and spreading the word. The movement gained momentum, with thousands of people adding their names to the cause. Social media buzzed with activity, as hashtags related to the controversy trended worldwide. The collective voice of the fans grew impossible to ignore, and the pressure on the award committee intensified with each passing day. The pressure mounted on the award committee. Could they, in an unprecedented move, revoke the award? The committee members found themselves in a difficult position, caught between upholding tradition and responding to the overwhelming public outcry. Meetings were held behind closed doors, with heated debates and intense discussions. The weight of the decision was palpable, as they considered the potential ramifications of their actions. The stakes had never been higher, and the world watched with bated breath. The very notion sent shockwaves through the world of women's sports. Athletes, coaches, and fans alike were left reeling, as the possibility of revoking the award became a topic of heated debate. The sports community was divided, with some supporting the call for justice, while others feared the precedent it might set. The uncertainty cast a shadow over the achievements of the athletes, and the atmosphere was charged with emotion. Never before had an award of this magnitude been called into question. Hypothetical scenarios ran rampant. What if the award was revoked? What if it was given to someone else? The speculation was endless, and the media coverage was relentless. Experts weighed in with their opinions, and talk shows dedicated entire segments to the controversy. The award, once a symbol of excellence, had become a lightning rod for debate. What if Caitlin Clark, in a gesture of solidarity, refused to accept the award? Such a move would send a powerful message, and it was a possibility that many considered. Caitlin Clark, known for her sportsmanship and integrity, found herself at the center of the storm. Her every move was scrutinized, and her silence spoke volumes. The pressure on her was immense, and the world waited to see how she would respond. What if the committee, bowing to public pressure, decided to crown two winners? This compromise was suggested by some as a way to appease both sides. It was an idea that gained traction as people looked for a solution that would bring closure to the controversy. The notion of two winners was unprecedented, but in these extraordinary circumstances, it seemed like a viable option. The debate raged on, with no clear resolution in sight. The possibilities, though improbable, fueled the flames of speculation. Every new development was analyzed and dissected as the world tried to make sense of the unfolding drama. The controversy had taken on a life of its own, and it showed no signs of abating. The award, once a celebration of achievement, had become a symbol of division and discord. One thing was clear: the controversy surrounding the most influential women's athlete award had spiraled into uncharted territory, leaving everyone wondering what the future held. The outcome was uncertain, and the stakes were higher than ever. As the world watched and waited, the story continued to unfold, with each new twist and turn adding to the intrigue. The award and the athletes it honored would never be the same again.